Kaylee, we saw obviously the results for the All-Star game. I know you're more about winning, but still that's got to be a little bit meaningful for you considering you're still so new to the league.
Yeah.
Have you ever wondered why the very players who chase Caitlin Clark across the court every night suddenly act as if she doesn't belong among the WNBA's elite? Have you paused to ask what it says about a league that cheers her every bucket in the stands but ranks her 9th among guards when the votes are tallied? The WNBA All-Star starters and reserves dropped their ballots, and the result felt less like a showcase and more like a sting operation. Fans poured in a record 2.93 million votes for Caitlin Clark, the highest in league history, and the media pegged her as the third-best guard, yet the players themselves demoted her to 9th. That's not oversight, that's a message.
No, obviously it's cool, and it's cool that fans get to be a part of it and have a little impact on the game. And then I think also it's going to be really special to be able to do it here in this city. And I think
let's call it what it is, a backstab. The same athletes who full court press her every game pretended she didn't even merit a top 5 nod. They pressed her, elbowed her, fouled her cheap. She's the rookie rewriting record books, igniting TV ratings and filling seats that have long echoed loneliness. And still, they voted to bury her.
I think, there's already been so much time and effort put in by so many people that, aren't going to get credit for what they did to bring All-Star here. So, trying to make it the best All-Star the WNBA has ever.
Caitlin Clark stands tied for the league lead in assists and is averaging 18 points per game despite a brief 3-gamut slump. Just weeks ago, she notched a triple-double, an act so rare it reads like myth. Yet 8 guards, 8 were deemed more worthy of All-Star status. There isn't a soul who can stand before me and claim that makes sense on the hardwood or the ballot.
This is ridiculous. Simply disgusting. Caitlin Clark, aka the Great White Hope, is bringing attention to the WNBA. And the fan voting. She was number 1 for the All-Star.
Trace the arc of her impact and you see it in concrete numbers. A surge in viewership unseen in 16 years. Merchandise sales up 550%. Broadcast deals revived from the scrap heap. Yet in the voting booth, her colleagues pressed 9. This cold shoulder was orchestrated, a rejection letter delivered in broad daylight. And why? She doesn't play the league's politics. She's not waving banners or decrying public figures. She's a straight, white, Midwestern kid with a killer jump shot and no agenda beyond winning games. In a league that prizes activism, her neutrality reads like betrayal. Silence, it seems, isn't neutral, it's offensive.
Game. In the media voting, she was number 4. Checks out, she's 2nd in MVP odds right now. But the players voted her 9th. They were flying Spirit Airlines before this woman's show.
Beneath the stats and storylines lies a deeper truth. Identity politics trumps on-character prowess. Paige Buchers, a fellow rookie, ranked above Clark. Natasha Cloud, without Clark's numbers, snagged a 4th-place guard nod. Even Kelsey Plum, brilliant though she has been, landed 16th. It's a pattern. Reward those who check ideological boxes, punish those who don't.
So to everyone who said that Caitlin Clark is only getting attention because of Angel Reese, she just led the entire WNBA in fan votes, 1.3 million deep.
And it seeps onto the floor. Count the games she's missed, 7 so far. And note how many stem from cheap fouls and under-the-radar hits. In the NBA, a flagrant foul invites a fine, and a fine across the sports world. In the WNBA, Clark shrugs it off, heals, and returns to defy those who inflicted the damage. She averages 18 and 8-9. Those aren't rookie numbers, they're all leaguer number. Then there's the twist of fate. Cheryl Reeve, the Minnesota Lynx coach who downplayed Clark's hype, now helms Team Clark as all-star coach by virtue of record. It's reality television at its finest. Reeve spent months minimizing Clark's rise and now must draw up plays for the very player she mocked. There's no scriptwriter who could have penned a better punchline.
Now she's one of the team captains for the All-Star game. No Team USA jersey, no league handouts, just fans saying, yeah, that's our girl. Last year she was a rookie.
Even within the locker room, murmurings grow louder. Should Clark bolt to Europe or elsewhere? Overseas clubs in Turkey, Italy, and Russia would pay her double or triple what she earns here. Saudi Arabia could launch a league tomorrow and offer a top-ducker contract just to have her face in their marketing. She's the hottest property in women's basketball, and here, she's the league's most celebrated snub. Through all the backstabbing, Clark's star burns brighter. Every highlight reel, every sold-out arena proves that the market embraces her even when the players spurn her. They try to take her down in the voting, but the league's own marketing Jerseys, promos, broadcasts. Puts her front and center. They reap the benefits while feigning indifference.
Rookie on Team WNBA, and this year she's captain. While those same Olympians who were on Team USA last year might be helping she drafts them. So y'all can keep hating.
And on the floor, they guard her like she's the greatest ever. Full court presses, constant double teams, face guarding that rivals the NBA Finals. If she truly were ninth among guards, none of that would make sense. Their playbooks betray them. They can't ignore her impact even if they fill out a ballot pretending she's a non-factor. Let's not sugarcoat this. The WNBA has gated-kept its own audiences. It built walls around its brand until Caitlin Clark arrived with a wrecking ball of talent. Now that fans from all corners, middle America, conservative households, families seeking pure basketball, tune in, the league panics. Instead of opening its doors, some players slam them shut.
While she's stacking votes, headlines, and your favorite player on her bench. But the fact that there are some people out there who think Caitlin Clark needs Angel Reese for popularity.
Yet every slam echoes Clark's name in national headlines. Every shut door drives more curiosity. Who is this rookie they fear? Who commands such a reaction? The answer is simple: a generational talent who upends tradition by playing out of tradition. She shoots with textbook form, calls her own number, and lets the court do the talking. That's why they fear her. They can't control her narrative. And make no mistake, this isn't about her rookie status or a brief cold streak. It's about identity. They want a protector of the tribe, a guardian of the old guard. Caitlin Clark is neither. She's a new era, refusing to kneel to the unspoken rules. Her ballots were marked 9 in defiance of her numbers, but her highlights say 1.
Natasha Cloud voted better than Caitlin Clark at guard by the players. Are you fucking retarded? Please, this is...
The narrative, concocted by some in the media, that viewership was already ascending, is a fairy tale. 16 years without a million-viewer regular season game tells the real story. Clark arrived and shattered stagnation, networks noticed, sponsors noticed, the sports skyline changed overnight, and still, some players vote to pretend it never happened. They can bury her in ballots and bury her in chatter, but the game footage is the ultimate reference. Watch the way defenses collapse on her. Notice how every coach's game plan includes stopping her. If she were truly ninth among guards, they'd look past her. Instead, she bears the full weight of every team's best defense.
I can't even take you guys seriously. And I know the few players that probably did vote Caitlin Clark as the best or second best guard.
Here's the next chapter in this saga, diving deeper into the WNBA's hidden currents and the forces colliding around Caitlin Clark. Strap in, because we're about to peel back more layers of this high-stakes drama. Every player in the league knows Clark's name now. She's the rookie with a shot so pure it looks auto-aimed. The opponents scheme for weeks, crafting defenses designed solely to slow her down. Yet when debate hits the microphones, the same mouths that fear her power label her ninth best. That disconnect speaks volumes about unspoken grudges. Remember when the All-Star ballots landed? It wasn't just a slight, it was a coordinated statement. Behind closed doors, some veterans whispered doubts about her readiness. They claimed she lacked polish or needed seasoning. But if seasoning meant letting every defender climb her back, she'd already be a gourmet dish.
I know this vote is definitely anonymous and not going to be said because that's how the WNBA rolls.
Turn on any nationwide broadcast now and you see her face plastered on promos. Her jersey is the top seller. Leagues live off that hype. Yet within the locker rooms, resentment simmers. Some players bristle at the idea that a rookie could eclipse their legacy in 6 months. It's a classic power shift. Established stars feel territory is under siege. Clark didn't ask for that turf war. She just brought her best game, but in sports, talent alone doesn't guarantee a welcome mat. Sometimes it triggers alarm bells.
0.2 million votes, Caitlin Clark just made WNBA history again. She broke the All-Star voting record for the second straight year. Now,
look at the coaches' whispers. During film sessions, some coaches label her playstyle as flash over substance. They argue she gambles too much on deep tries. Never mind, she connects more often than not. The narrative sticks because it serves a deeper bias. Bias that says a rookie, especially one without the right political badges, can't be trusted to lead the league. That narrative ignores her gritty moments, diving for loose balls, absorbing contact, and still sinking clutch free throws. It also ignores that every great player once faced similar attacks. Imagine if they treated Sue Bird or Diana Taurasi this way in their rookie years. You can't. The league would have rallied around them. But there's something different about Clark. She's a nonconformist in a sea of conformists. She plays by her own rules, and that unsettles the establishment.
Now she's officially a team captain for the 2025 All-Star Game alongside Nafisa Collier. But here's the twist. WNBA players only voted her the 9th.
Then there's the chatter about her marketability versus merit. Some claim she's a marketing tool rather than a true star. They suggest she's a puppet for league growth. But metrics don't lie. She leads in votes, ratings, and social buzz. She's not a puppet, she's the puppeteer. On court, the physicality ratchets up. Cheap hits at her back, forearm shoves off screens, hard picks that get no call. The refs might see them as incidental, but the pattern is clear. It's a way to send a message.
Best guard in the league. Yup. 9th, despite being the face of the league. Same goes for Aaliyah Boston, ranked just 9th among full.
We can rattle you, rookie, and there's nothing you can do about it. Still, Clark responds with poise. Instead of retaliation, she focuses on her game. She ups her passing, finds teammates in the corners, and pushes the tempo. That sportsmanship fuels her legend. It also enrages those who equate respect with aggression. Off the court, sponsors flock. Major brands pay her to appear in ads. Talk show hosts call her the future of women's basketball. Meanwhile, some players grumble that corporate money skews perceptions. They argue that true respect comes from peer votes, not from checkbooks. Of course, they conveniently forget that peer recognition should also involve peer promotion. Behind all this lies a deeper fear, that Clark will redefine the WNBA identity. For years, the league branded itself around activism and a particular social narrative. Clark's neutral stance ruptures that mold. She proves that fans will tune in for pure skill and excitement, not just for political messaging.
Woods and centers. Is it fair judgment by their peers or something deeper going on? Let us know. Is this about skill or is there something else behind the scenes?
That realization terrifies some influential voices. They worry sponsors will demand more focus on gameplay and less on agendas. They worry ratings might plateau once viewers see basketball as entertainment again, not as a forum for endless commentary. Clark's emergence flips their script. This fight is bigger than a rookie season. It's a clash over the league's soul. Will it remain a niche product tied to specific ideals, or will it grow into a mainstream sport that welcomes all fans? Clark's success suggests the latter is possible, but the old guard resists that shift. Consider the ripple effects. Young girls watching Clark don't care about politics. They care about her three-point range and her fearless drives. They dream of shooting like her. That opens doors for new talent, new markets, and greater global reach. It also threatens those who prefer the status quo. The adrenaline climbs every time Clark steps on the court. She's become the most scouted player in women's basketball history. Opponents devote entire practice sessions to cloning her moves. Coaches design new defensive schemes daily. That obsession is the ultimate backhanded compliment. Yet despite the resistance, Clark's influence only expands. Arena executives report record single-game ticket sales on Fever home dates. TV networks are haggling for more airtime. International leagues now circle her like vultures. She holds the key to a sport ready to break free from its past. And still, ballots read 9. The nerve. It's like being burned at the stake while being crowned queen. The vote revealed more about the voters than about her. It unmasked biases, exposed insecurities, and highlighted a faction unwilling to share the spotlight. As the season barrels toward its climax, the stakes only rise. Every triple-double, every buzzer beater becomes a defiant statement. Every headline praising her is a dagger to the hearts of detractors. And every sold-out game is proof that the fans have made their choice. Soon the All-Star Game will tip off, and Clark will wear her rightful spot in the starting lineup, thanks to the fans and media, if not her peers. On that court, the best will guard her hard, airing their prejudices with every physical play. But come March, when MVP ballots are cast, the same voices might hesitate to rank her out of fear their bias will be laid bare again.
The women of the WNBA voted Caitlin Clark as the 9th best guard. They sure pay a lot of attention to the 9th best guard.
This is the crucible that forges legends. Clark's legend is being built not just on her stats, but on the dramas she's ignited. The backstabbing votes, the political whispers, the encore roughhousing, all become part of her story. Future generations will study how she changed the league's culture.
I saw that you put out jealous is the word. I would agree with that. There is still, to this day, a lot of jealousy, and I think maybe it's even getting worse. I do.
And that brings us to the endgame. Will the WNBA adapt or recoil? Will it embrace the tidal wave Clark represents and ride it to greater heights? Or will it cling to old gates and narrow definitions that only stall growth? That choice will define the league's next decade.
I thought we were turning a corner here, Dan. I thought we saw her teammates having her back. I thought we were maybe settling down with this obsession with Caitlin.
Caitlin Clark isn't just a rookie. She's a reckoning. She's the fulcrum upon which the WNBA's future pivots. And those who try to knock her down only prove how high she's poised to rise.
Clark in this, it really feels almost like a hatred toward her, but it's clearly a jealousy. You know, she's got that great State Farm commercial where everything's better from the...
The next chapter in this saga unfolds beyond the court. Imagine Clark stepping into boardrooms where league executives sketch 5-year plans around her name. They'll debate marketing strategies, jersey launches, global tours. Every PowerPoint slide will feature her highlights. Every sponsorship pitch will hinge on her electrifying style.
Logo, terrific ad, very smart. And so, you know, America loves her. The fans clearly love her. The media likes her. But the players can't stand her. 9th best guard in the league. Don't try to give me the excuses of, well, she's been struggling lately, or she missed some games with injury. Come on, this is insanity.
That's the power she wields. If you've stuck with me this far, you know the real story. Don't let the hype machines and backroom deals fool you. Keep watching every game, keep checking the ballots, and keep holding players and coaches accountable. The revolution in women's basketball is happening now. Ready for more truth bombs? Hit subscribe, like this video, and drop a comment telling us your take. This isn't just Caitlin Clark's story, it's all of ours.